Coming up tonight, Western Divisions returns to normalcy. Government mobilizes all its machinery and villages to relocate. Good evening, I'm Sandra Assam. Life has begun to return to normalcy as businesses and families begin to pick up the pieces from the floods that ravaged towns in the Western Division. Yesterday, the Attorney General Ayaz Syed Qayyum toured the West to inspect the damages caused by the floods.
It's a change in scenery from what was to what is currently happening in the Western Division. With some businesses open today, other businesses in Nandi have begun to clean up the debris brought in by the floods experienced since the weekend. As many try to make sense of the havoc it has created, the Attorney General toured the Western Division to gain first-hand reports from different sections of the community and how, through the Ministry of Industry and Trade, can identify measures that can assist small businesses to get back on their feet.
Possibly Tuesday afternoon for bar and reki to be covered. What they will do is they will go and identify the businesses that have been affected. Obviously, it will be only targeting the smaller businesses. A lot of them are just single operated companies or one individual person operating those companies. Identify what are the for example, the requirements or the payments that need to be made regarding the business license, National Fire Authority certification, and OHS certification. These are the three major regulatory requirements they need to meet, and for them to continue with their business. So we set aside $30,000. We hope that'll be enough to actually get a lot of the smaller businesses up and running, or at least some of them may have these fees due next month, or they may have just paid it. And obviously with the flooding, a lot of their businesses have been affected, given that this is a peak period when people go back to school, and that's when they sort of, the uptake of business is quite high, and they missed out on that opportunity. So by government paying these regulatory fees for them, it in a way helps at least soften the blow and give them some leeway. So this will be done, and obviously we'd like to encourage the small businesses to come forward to work with their chambers and the Chamber of Commerce, and so we can very quickly expedite this process.
Well, we identified some of the real problem issues, especially as far as drainage is concerned. Even with moderate rainfall, there's a huge water blocked catchment on this side of the hospital road. Market and bus stand gets badly flooded. Even if there is no flooding on the Nani River, this place gets flooded very quickly. That was one of the major issues we discussed. Because the Nandi back road seems to be getting flooded very quickly these days, and we have identified the problem there, which is the new Gililoa bridge, which has been built over there, is causing a bottleneck situation where the flood waters gets back onto the Nani back road and the temple end up to San Bruno, Tata's restaurants, Kevi, and other areas. The business is badly affected there, which never used to happen before until they did this new Gililoa bridge.
With essential services slowly returning, a similar situation was also faced in Bar Town last night, with shopkeepers working throughout the night to clean out the debris.
Some shopkeepers are doing cleaning and there's no water, but what actually happened, the people from interior, they're coming and bringing their hose pipe and the generator to pull the water from there, and some are waiting for the water and there's no light. And town is a bit dirty and have to be clean, and people are doing their best, and they have lost quite a lot. Some have lost their things which they couldn't put up. They did put up, but the thing is there. But so we're looking for help from others and people to help others, and especially the people from the interior, they are always bad too, in the like the farmers and things like that. They have lost, and some people have water in their house. So there's a thing that people should be helped out.
This is something very near to what we had faced in 2009, and I sympathize with all the business houses and all those who have been affected. But now what we have to do is to get together and get things done, and we are just waiting for the water supply. Once the normal water supply is here, people will have an opportunity to wash their shops and houses. I think I must thank the police department. They have worked very hard, and there is curfew No one is allowed to enter town for unnecessary business. Only the business people are allowed so that they can go into their shops and get this clean.
Government has mobilized all arms of the public service to deal with the destruction caused by the recent floods. Permanent Secretary for Public Service Parmesh Chand says a major national effort is currently underway to assess, provide relief and also rehabilitate in relation to damages caused by the floods. This is being coordinated by the Permanent Secretary for National Disaster Management, Inia Serui Ratu, who has been given the role and powers under the National Disaster Management Act 1998 as the National Disaster Controller. Permanent secretaries and heads of departments are requested to liaise closely with the Permanent Secretary for National Disaster Management in matters related to assessment, recovery and rehabilitation. Head of State, His Excellency Ratu Epeli Nailatikau, yesterday toured the Western Division, inspecting the damages caused by the floods to both businesses and people. His visit was an encouragement to many individuals whose hopes were not deterred by the aftermath.
Well, from what I've seen is the reaction of the people is much faster than in the years I've seen them react before. They've been out and about, cleaning the area, cleaning the place up, and the shops and the street, and they're not waiting for others to come around. They're doing it themselves, and that is the best initiative.
Villagers of Tukaraki village in the interior of Ba have agreed to relocate their village. This follows the fateful landslide which claimed the lives of a family of 4 early Wednesday morning. Speaking from Ba, village headman Moape Drikalu told Fiji News the village is experiencing changes that never used to occur before. He says there is a need to relocate. Coming up after the break, Vodafone Fiji donates to flood victims, export sector affected by floods, and MSG calls for different approach to climate change.